I hope to show you some of the differences between various different models of flutes which may have been around in the 18th century. Today, the pitch has been standardized, really for convenience, so that musicians can play with any other musicians, and for the most part of Baroque music now, we tend to play at A415, which is conveniently one semitone lower than A440 modern pitch. But in the 18th century, the pitch was never standardized. So if you went from London to Paris to Berlin, the pitch may well have been very different, and particularly if you went to Italy. So I have 3 flutes here to illustrate that. I'll start first of all on the middle one, which is pitched at this 415 pitch that we use nowadays. So you'll hear that that's really what you're probably most used to hearing. And I thought I'd play the beginning of 2 pieces so that you get a flavour of what this flute offers. So here is the opening of Bach's E minor sonata. And in contrast, something rather happier and lighter, the opening of Gardelino concerto by Vivaldi. The flute I've just played is a modern reproduction of a flute made by Carlo Palanca, probably after the second half of the 18th century, made by Martin Wenner in Germany. By contrast, if I play this flute here, this is a copy of a Scherer. Very little is known about Scherer, even where he had his workshop, but the original is a very fine instrument, and I love this copy. It's made by Rod Cameron, a Scotsman who lives in California, and this flute is pitched another semitone lower. So my A is technically at 392, a whole tone below the modern pitch. And this gives a wonderful depth to the sound. In fact, it's the instrument I chose to record that piece on. But you'll see when I come to play the Vivaldi on it, it feels just a bit more full-bodied. This is also made by another German maker, Friedrich Aurin, here in Düsseldorf, where we're filming. And it's a copy of a Venetian instrument by Castel, pitched one semitone higher than the Baroque pitch, so around 440, the pitch that is used for modern instruments. It's much smaller. I can feel the stretch between my fingers is much closer. And this is the kind of instrument and this pitch which Vivaldi is most likely to have heard. And I was inspired to play this music on this instrument really after I'd heard goldfinches singing in my garden. It was a revelation to me to hear this very, very almost inaudible twittering, this kind of noise. And so I was really in search of something that would produce more of that kind of delicate colour in the high register. If I try the Bach sonata on this flute, let's see what comes out. Beautiful in its own way, but thinner somehow. So I hope that shows some of the different voices that composers would have used in the 18th century.